Hi, everybody, and welcome. Hi to Facebook Live, and we are so happy to have you all here. Hi to Joe at beautiful Pinewoods. She's so lucky to be there. We can all be jealous of her. Naomi Morse, welcome, and Ronan McGowan, her son, is there. Thank you for joining us and singing to us today and with us. Hi, Becky. Hi, Bronwyn. Welcome. Hi, Al, with your guitar. Hi, Annette. Hi, Amanda. Welcome to, I'm trying to remember your name, Deli, I think, Zoom user. Hi, Joanna from CDSS. Thanks for joining us. Hi, Arlene and Susan and Sheila in Florida. Welcome. Hi, Kathleen in Albuquerque. I almost said Albuquerque and Kathleen. Hi, Charlene. Hi, Jonathan. I can see you back there. I haven't seen you in ages. Hi. We can have a catch up another time. Hi, Sarah in Texas. Hi, Patty. How are you? From Berea, I think. I don't know, actually. Hi, Kevin in New Hampshire. Welcome to Susan in Seattle. Hi, Kathy in Virginia. Hi, Erica Morse. And your beautiful child. Hello. I haven't met you yet. I can't wait to meet you. Hi, Trish in Victoria. Hi, Pete and Janet. Welcome. And Shari. Hi, Carolyn and your dear. Welcome. Hi, Bob. And welcome to Gary and Susan and Storm and Luda in Victoria and Caroline. My screen is moving all around. Hi, welcome to Anne and Pat and Phil and Devon. Welcome back down the road from Halsey. And Tom and Miriam. Welcome. Kathy in upstate New York, I'm assuming. Hi, Fred. Hi, Carol in Connecticut. And hi, Ida. And is your mom there too? Hi, Natalia. I'm so glad you could join us. I heard you're sailing this week. That sounds amazing. Sailing on the Charles. Hi, Cricket. And welcome to Nancy N, who has a picture of a cow. And we have lots of people off video. So welcome to Miriam and Sarah and Kachina and Robert and Lynn. And it looks like Campbell's there as well. Hi, Campbell. And Adrian and Jane. I've probably missed some people there who came in after I saw them. So welcome to everybody. We're so glad you could join us today. My name is Elvie Miller. For those of you I haven't met before, it's nice to see lots of familiar faces today. I'm the program director for Pinewoods Family Week for CDSS, along with my husband, Dennis Liddy. I'm coming from County Clare, Ireland, where I live. And it's been such a pleasure to collaborate with Joe Rossi on this amazing week of programming this week. We're so delighted to join you all you veterans of the Daily Antidote, which has been going for so many days. So many moments of beautiful songs for all of us. So, if you haven't been to a CDSS week or Pinewoods camp, I encourage you to look it up. It's a beautiful place. You can see behind Joe in her background some of the idyllic cabins in the woods. There are family camps, there are adult weeks, and if it weren't for this darn pandemic, we'd actually be there enjoying it together this week. But next summer, we will be there. So, I'm going to introduce you to our guest artist today, Naomi Morse. She's an old friend of mine. We grew up together at Pinewoods, and we ended up at Oberlin College together, and we've played music for many years together. We were in a band called Night Watch together, and Naomi is an amazing singer, and she's joined by Ronan, he turned 5 in April. Right, Ronan? 5 years old. He's getting big. I can't believe you're 5 already. So they are joining us from Springfield, Vermont. So welcome, Naomi and Ronan. And they're going to sing us a beautiful song today. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Naomi, and you can tell us what you're going to sing.
Okay. Yeah, we are, hello, first of all. It's great to be with you. Again, I really enjoyed teaching a song last year, probably about a year ago. And it's really fun to be back. It's amazing that you're doing this every day. It's so phenomenal. So many songs. Such a commitment to do that every single day. Wow. So I wanted to sing a song today that I think maybe I learned at Pinewoods. I think it came to me from Peter Amadon, who you met a few days ago, I think. And then I was reminded of the song recently by Hannah Naiman. She was doing a kids music class on Zoom that Ronan and his cousin Baxter had been enjoying this spring. It's called Seed in the Ground, and it's by Connie Caldor. And I think, let's think about why don't we sing the first little bit, Ronan, and then we can teach it, okay? You ready? Okay. Okay, ready? And it has some hand motions. So I'll just sing the first part and then with the hand motions, and then we can break it up a bit. Okay? So, if you've got the sun and if you've got the rain and you plant a little seed in the old back lane and you wish and you hope and you keep the weeds down, you might find, oh, you might find a root growing out from the seed in the ground. So that's basically the whole song, and then it's the kind of song where the root is gonna grow a shoot, and then grow a stem, and then grow a flower, and then grow a seed. So let's break up the first part. Just listen and then we'll repeat it. If you've got the sun and if you've got the rain, your turn. If you've got the sun and if you've got the rain, listen, and you plant a little seed in the old back lane. And you plant a little seed in the old back lane. And you wish and you hope and you keep the weeds down. And you wish and you hope and you keep the weeds down. Good. You might find, oh, you might find, and you might find, oh, you might find a root growing out from the seed in the ground. A root growing out from the seed in the ground. Okay, how's that feel out there? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, good. So let's sing that all together. Actually, let's sing it all together and keep going. And sing the whole thing. Because it just repeats and repeats. And we try to get the plant parts in the correct order. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, ready, go. If you've got the sun and if you've got the rain and you plant a little seed in the old back lane and you wish and you hope and you keep the weeds down, you might find, oh, you might find a root growing out from the seed in the ground. If you've got the sun and if you've got the rain and you plant a little seed in the old back lane and you wish and you hope and you keep the weeds down, you might find, oh, you might find a shoot growing out from the root, from the seed in the ground. If you've got the sun and if you've got the rain and you plant a little seed in the old back lane and you wish and you hope, and you keep the weeds down. You might find, oh, you might find a stem growing out from the shoot, from the root, from the seed in the ground. If you've got the sun and if you've got the rain, and you plant a little seed in the old back lane, and you wish and you hope and you keep the weeds down, you might find, oh, you might find a flower growing out from the stem, from the shoot, from the root, from the seed in the ground. If you've got the sun and if you've got the rain, and you plant a little seed in the old back lane, and you wish and you hope and you keep the weeds down, boom, you might find, you might find a seed growing out from the flower, from the stem, from the shoot, from the root, from the seed in the ground. Yay, thank you all.
Thank you, Naomi and Ronan. That was so beautiful. I love the extra sound effects too. That was really nice. Nice job, Ronan. Really great singing. It's so nice to hear you sing.
Yeah.
You're such a good singer.
He sings that one well.
It takes me back to car drives to Oberlin and learning songs from you, Naomi. I felt like I was back in the car learning a song. That was really nice. So, and we have some comments from people. The kids are stealing all the attention this week. Sheila in Florida said, definitely. So, and that's the idea of Pinewoods Family Week, is it's all about the kids and sharing our beautiful traditions with them. And hopefully they'll carry it on into the future. And Carolyn says, as they should, absolutely. And Sheila agrees. Caroline says, what fun. And Kathleen, oh, these children, so wonderful to have you here. Absolutely, Kathleen. Naomi's website is in the chat box if you'd like to have a look at what she's up to. And Naomi will be on staff next year at Pinewoods Family Week, so check us out, along with lots of the other artists we're featuring this week. Peter and Mary Alice, Eric Shedler and Katie Zukoff, and others. So, and it makes Phil think of the old Irish song, The Rattling Bog. Yeah, we call that the Siege of Ennis. But yeah, The Rattling Bog is the song that goes to that tune. Also in the chat box, Joe put a link to, if you'd like to check out some of the other online events being run by CDSS this week for the CDSS Kaleidoscope camp, online camp. There's a link in the chat box. Have a look. Okay, lots of great stuff going on for all ages. There have been a few wonderful workshops already and lots more to come. So have a look at that. We're also running a fairy house challenge all week this week. So we would love for everybody, Ronan including you, to make a fairy house. Or it could be, we have a little, I forget what the girls did, a fairy restaurant, I think. And lots of little things for fairies. So you can make something, whatever you want for fairies outside, and maybe they'll visit your house then. So, and then get your mom or dad to take a picture, and they can either put it onto our Facebook group, the Pinewoods Family Week Facebook group, or they can email it straight to me if you're not on Facebook. And we will share a little slideshow towards the end of this CDSS week of songs. We'll share a slideshow of what you've all been working on during the week. So we hope that you'll enjoy that, and it'll take you off Zoom for a little while.
Elvie, one question. Ronan went off to work on his fairy house. But is the slideshow going to happen on the Daily Antidote?
Yeah, it'll be on the Daily Antidote. Yep.
Okay. On Friday
Towards the end of the week. So our week is running through Sunday. So it'll probably be Saturday or Sunday, depending on what kind of contributions we're getting and submissions we're getting. Okay, or maybe both if we get lots. So we'll see. We can share in progress pictures or finished pictures. We're just happy with any creativity, any and all creativity.
Great.
Now I think Joe has an announcement about an event this evening.
Hi, everybody. Yes, I'm here to remind you that tonight we have our fabulous July 21st Community Sing, 6:30 to 7:30. I've just put a link in the chat for it, celebrating July birthdays, and with an amazing lineup of musicians, including Elise Bryant, who you've met in this room a bunch of times. Lots of folks actually from our Pinewoods week. We're going to join with them again in the Community Sing to keep all of the connections going. So Peter, Mary, Alice Amadon, Chinobi, who was with us earlier this week, Katie Martucci, who we met recently and who will actually be live with me on Sunday here on my screen next to me here at Pinewoods. And a couple of new folks, Barry, Louise Polisar, and Jesse Paladowski, and also Munit Mespin, who we all know and hear from lots of hosting and singing. So please do join us tonight for lots of great songs. We can't wait to sing with you. I'm actually going to be making dinner with the board for various and sundry casts and crew around here at Pinewoods, and I'll be late to the sing, but please don't be late because the very first song is going to be amazing. Thanks, and we can't wait to sing with you. Thanks, Elvie, back to you.
We're not going to keep you extra long today, but if anybody would like to unmute or has a question for Naomi, feel free to do that now, and we might get Naomi, and if we can get Ronan back for a minute, maybe he's busy with his ferry houses now, or ferry fire station. But maybe we can have a little recap of that song one more time if you're willing. But go ahead. If anybody would like to ask Naomi a question, go ahead.
Put your hand up and we'll call on you.
Joe will call on you if you put your hand up.
Looking, seeing if there's any questions, any hands. Let's see. Looks like Erica's baby has a question. Any questions, any hands? Going once, going twice. Carolyn, is that a question or no? I can't tell. Nope. Okay. And I think Elvie, back to you. Oh, Kevin has a question. Kevin, I'm asking you to unmute.
Yeah, it's really nice to see Pinewoods behind Joe. We were identifying the cabins behind her. So the camp store where we all get our ice creams is behind her. And then the cabins in the square on the other side where the small children live, and anybody who hasn't been to a family week, the small children stay in the square so that their parents can go dancing at night and playing music and having fun, and a wandering babysitter wanders around the square to listen for anybody who might need a little help. So it's really nice.
Yeah, Elvie, thank you. You're reminding me that we're going to have a virtual tour of Pinewoods at least once in the next week and a half, if not twice. So if you're interested in a virtual tour, whether you did it last time and you want to do it again or you've not done it yet, go ahead and send me an email. And we will publish the times and the dates in here as well. And also, let's see, we got fairy houses, but
okay, the siege of Ennis, that's wicked funny. If you know my last name, and also if you know my history with Ireland.
What's your last name, Kevin?
Didn't you see it yesterday?
No.
Joe, can you?
Kevin's last name is Ennis, and I'm gonna go ahead and rename Kevin in the chat. I mean, on his screen. So Kevin Ennis in New Hampshire, and there you go. Kevin, you are now aptly named.
Kathy has a question.
Kathy, go ahead.
Thank you. Naomi, I heard you say you learned it from Peter Amadon, but did you say where he got it, or did he make it up, or where it's from?
No. I'm not sure exactly where he learned it. It was written by a woman named Connie Caldor. I can put her name in the chat.
I think you did say that. It went past me, but I think
Connie Caldor wrote the song. And you can find her online. she has albums out, and yeah, I don't know if he learned it directly from her um, or if it came from some through some other channel. But
Great song.
yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
a good song.
Thank you for it.
Thank you. Yeah.
And Ronan too.
Yes.
Thank you, Kevin, and thank you, Kathy, for the great questions. That was really fun. I did actually forget one announcement, which is that tomorrow, our brand new anti-racist book project meeting is going to be, I think it's at 11 before here. But I will be putting it in the email that goes out tomorrow. If you're interested in joining and you don't know what I'm talking about, go ahead and email me. We'd love to have some more folks joining us. So that's tomorrow, I believe 11 or 11:30. Here in the same room, in the Daily Antidote room, so you can join us here before the song. Or maybe it's after the song. I know, I'm terrible. Okay, so Elvie, I'm gonna shoot it back to you because I don't know if you have anything else you want to say before we ask Naomi to sing again. Thank you again, everybody. It was fabulous to hear from some of the voices in the room today.
Great. So we might get Naomi. I don't know if Ronan's gonna join her, but we might get you to do it one more time. And
I'm trying to get Ronan back. Hold on.
All right, so while we
carry on, she says. So Joanna, would you like to say a word about what else is happening this week? Do you have any event announcements for us?
Yes, there is one event in addition to the family sing that Joe mentioned that's happening this evening, which would be great if everyone could go to. Tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Eastern is a family dance. So if you have a moment to dance with us, that would be wonderful. And you can go to the CDSS virtual kaleidoscope page. Joe has the link to that. And register for that, and I will send you the link for the family dance. It's led by Margaret Barry, who's a caller from New York City, and various friends that she'll bring with her. So it's a great moment for everybody in your family to get together and dance a little bit. I'm sorry we can't dance together at camp this summer, many of you, but hopefully we can all dance together online tomorrow night.
Great, thanks. Thanks for the heads up on that. Okay, over to Naomi and Ronan before the Fairy House work has to continue.
How did the Fairy House building go?
Good. I actually didn't finish it.
Okay. Well, there's plenty of time. Okay, shall we sing the song again?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, everyone ready? Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. If you've got the sun and if you've got the rain and you plant a little seed in the old back lane and you wish and you hope and you keep the weeds down, you might find, oh, you might find a root growing out from the seed in the ground. If you've got the sun and if you've got the rain and you plant a little seed in the old back lane and you wish and you hope and you keep the weeds down, you might find, oh, you might find a shoot growing out from the root from the seed in the ground. If you've got the sun and if you've got the rain and you plant a little seed in the old back lane and you wish and you hope and you keep the weeds down, you might find, oh, you might find a stem growing out from the shoot, from the root, from the seed in the ground. If you've got the sun and if you've got the rain and you plant a little seed in the old back lane and you wish and you hope and you keep the weeds down, you might find, oh, you might find a flower growing out from the stem, from the shoot, from the root, from the seed in the ground. If you've got the sun and if you've got the rain and and you plant a little seed in the old back lane.
I
And
also
you
have
wish,
another thing to
and you hope, and you keep the
You
weeds
spit
down.
it.
You might find, oh, you might find, Ronan, focus, a seed growing out from the flower, from the stem, from the shoot, from the root, from the seed in the ground. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
so
Thank you,
much.
Ronan. Thank you, Naomi. And a nice gardening lesson too, right, Ronan?
Yeah,
You can plant some seeds, and that's all you need to do, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And water it too.
Yeah. The rain helps with that, right?
I mean, but the rain doesn't only do it, but I think if you planted the seed here, then you wouldn't need to water it because it's raining a lot here.
It has been raining
It's
a lot
it's like
here.
it's like it's almost every day it rains.
Well, that means less
Every
watering.
day there's a chance of thunderstorms.
Yeah, it's true. Lots of rain.
Annette, did you have a question?
I didn't have a question, but I had some information and I just put it in the chat in a very ununderstandable way. Through this book that I have from
Yeah,
Singing
that's a
with
fantastic book.
Mary Alice and Lee Davidson. Yeah, and
It's in that.
it says in there that I'm sorry.
It's in that book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is in here.
Yeah.
It says it's learned from Kathy Reed Naiman. So it's a little late that I'm saying that after the fact.
Great
Yeah, I just
information.
wanted to share that if people were trying to track it down. Yeah, it's a great song. It's wonderful. Thank you.
Super. That's really great information. Those books are so amazing for repertoire for all. Well, they each have a different kind of age theme, but they are so wonderful if you're looking for resources for music, doing music with kids.
Yeah.
Kathy, did you have another question, or is your hand just still up? No. Okay. Just checking.
So, Elvie, I don't know if you know this or if anybody in the room knows this, but Kathy.
Oh.
All right, try again. Thank you.
I was trying to mute myself and I muted you. Sorry.
That's all right. So it says that the song was Kathy Reed Naiman. Does anybody know if that's related to the Hannah Naiman who's going to be singing with us this week?
Yeah, Kathy is her mom.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love it. I love all the twists and the turns and the connections and the interlacings. So anybody else have any more announcements before we say goodbye to the folks on Facebook? Lots to remember to join this week. Tonight's community sing, tomorrow's family dance, tomorrow's anti-racist book project meeting. You can email me or Elvie if you have questions about any of it, or Joanna at CDSS. And Fairy House pictures can be posted to the website that's in the chat, the Facebook page is in the chat, or you can email those to Elvie or to me. And we're super excited to see. I was trying to type in and I didn't have enough time to say, come on, Daily Antidoters. I know you guys are all a bunch of creative fairy folks. Make those fairy houses. We can't wait to see what you guys can come up with. I actually have made one and I have taken a picture and I'm going to send it to Elvie today. Can't wait to have all of the input from you guys. Is there anything else before we go? All right, I am going to say thank you again to Naomi and to Ronan. Let's all give it up for both of them. Ronan was fabulous. Naomi, it was really fun to spend time with him and with you. And Elvie, thanks again for fabulous co-hosting. Thanks to all the folks in the room for great comments and great chats. Goodbye to everybody on Facebook. Please join us tomorrow. We are singing tomorrow with Katie German, who is the ED of CDSS and a participant and has been the program director at the Pinewoods Family Week. And you met her all last year. You all met her last year here in the Daily. So please join us again tomorrow for more of that. Bye, Facebook.